Hi guys, welcome back to BBarbstat&fact. What does that stand for? I'm Brian Barbeau, and I do stats and facts about my four favorite teams: the Indianapolis Colts, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Celtics, and the Hamilton Tiger Cats. This video is called "The Game That Changed My Life Forever as a Leafs Fan." Why do you ask that? Because I'm going to be talking about Game 7, Leafs Bruins, on May 13, 2013, some 9 years ago. So buckle up. And yeah, it's going to be a roller coaster ride. If you're a Bruins fan, it's infinite nostalgia. If you're a Leafs fan, it's perpetual misery that's still ongoing. Woo! This game takes place on May 13th, 2013. At TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. The Leafs and Bruins are tied at 3 apiece. The game starts off with 17,565 fans screaming at the top of their fans. Longtime national anthem singer Rene Rencourt sings "O Canada," and he sings the Star Spangled Banner. I just love his spontaneous reactions every time he sings the anthem. Yeah, go Bruins! Go Bruins! Love it. Ignites the crowd, even though I'm not a Bruins fan. Just love it. On the injury front, Tyler Bozak missed his second consecutive game due to a wrist injury, and that would later hurt him in this game. The Leafs in this game, as he was our top face-off guy. So the Leafs are down to one legit face-off man in this deciding Game 7. So the game starts off with the Bruins generating the first scoring chance of the game after a Leafs turnover in the neutral zone. David Krejci comes in on a 2-on-1, fires the puck on net. James Reimer is forced to make a critical pad save, keeps the score at 0-0. However, the Bruins do break the ice in the game as defenseman Cody Franzen fails to clear the puck not once, not twice, but 3 times. The puck comes onto Matt Barkowski's stick. He capitalizes as he fires a shot on net that beats James Reimer 5-hole. The Bruins up 1-0. It would not take long after that to the Leafs to tie the game, as forward Joffrey Lupul is hooked by Zdeno Chara on a breakaway that sends the Leafs to the power play. Zdeno Chara is one of the biggest hockey players of all time. I think he is the biggest and largest hockey player in the history of the NHL. He is equivalent to Shaq on skates. So Leafs to the power play. Phil Kessel sets up Dion Phaneuf at the point. He fires a shot on goal. Tuukka Rask makes the save. Gives up a juicy rebound. Cody Franzen there on the doorstep, puts it on the backhand on the rebound, ties the game, redeems himself, and the Leafs and Bruins are tied at 1. And that would remain the score at the end of the first period. These shots were 12 apiece. Real physical aspect to the game, it being Game 7. So, the goals, by the way, were scored at 5:39 for the Bruins in the first period, and for the Leafs, it was 9:35 on the power play. The second period starts off with Clark MacArthur dumping the puck in to the Bruins corner. Mikhail Bobrovsky retrieves the puck, cycles the puck behind the net, falls down. Clark MacArthur retrieves the puck, corrals the puck, centers a pass in front, spots Cody Franzen at the point. He fires a shot on goal into the top left corner of the net, beats a screen Tuukka Rask, Leafs up 2-1. Zdeno Chara and Mikhail Bobrovsky screening Tuukka Rask. He does not see this puck go in. 2-1 Leafs, and it will remain that way heading into the third period. The shots overall in the period 8-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. What impressed me most about the second period is the way the Leafs imposed their will physically on the Bruins. I mean, they looked like they were wilting big time. And now on to the third period. JVR spots a streaking Phil Kessel who enters the zone, the Bruins zone on the right-hand side. He loses the puck. JVR, James Van Riemsdyk, cycles the puck to the hash mark, curls, fires a shot on net, hits defenseman Matt Barkowski in front of the net. Puck deflects on the Nazem Kadri stick. He backhands it off the post. Phil Kessel there on the doorstep. Leafs make it 3-1. TD Garden, very silent at the moment. Maple Leaf Square, Maple Leaf faithful, the Maple Leaf fan base going nuts. Leafs are up 3-1. And Phil Kessel had just notched his 4th goal of the playoffs. I mean, in 8 games last year against these Bruins, we lost all 8 games in the 11-12 season. The Bruins dismantled the Leafs every single game. None of those games were close. It was so lopsided, and the Leafs we're not having any of that this year. This team looks like a much different team. So, and that goal took place at the 2:09 mark. Just a few minutes later, Jake Gardiner fires a pass out of his own zone to Nazem Kadri, who's center icebound. He spots Phil Kessel streaking up the right-hand side again, entering the Bruins zone. Leafs generate a 2-on-1. Bruins, with one defenseman back, they're caught. Phil Kessel fires a shot on net. Tuukka Rask makes a right pad save. Rebound kicks out to Nazem Kadri. He buries it on the forehand. Leafs up 4-1 in the 3rd period against the Boston Bruins. The second round is the inevitable, right? Leafs Rangers, round 2, game 1, Wednesday night at the Air Canada Centre. It's happening, right? Na 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 na. Hey hey hey. Goodbye, Bruins. Bruins cut the lead 4-2 at the 9:18 mark of the 3rd period. David Krejci carries the puck out of his own zone, carries it up the center ice, spots Milan Lucic up the left-hand side. He walks in over the blue line with a burst of speed, cycles behind the net, centers a pass in front of the net to Nathan Horton. He buries it into the top right corner of the net, while simultaneously James Reimer falls down. Bruins make it 4-2. Okay, so they make it interesting. 4-2. Right? No big deal. Leafs are still in command of this game. Bruins make it 4-3. They cut the deficit to 1. Just under a minute, 30 seconds to go. Patrice Bergeron from the point fires a pass over to Zdeno Chara on the right-hand side. He one-times a slap shot on net. James Reimer makes a pad save. However, it surrenders a juicy rebound. Leafs defenseman fails to box up Milan Lucic in front of the net. He buries home the rebound. It's 4-3 Leafs. And the TD Garden has now just awoken. It is just ruckus there now. It's 4-3. Bruins tie the game at 4. The Boston Bruins tie the game at 4. This is not hyperbole. This phone's not having a glitch. This video's not having a glitch. No, I'm not having a stroke. This game is tied at 4. Like, are you kidding me? This game is tied at 4. They just had a 4-1 lead, and now it's tied at 4. What the actual... So, with the extra attacker on the ice, the Bruins hem the Leafs in their own end, imposing their will. Jaromir Jagr retrieves the puck at the right hash mark. He centers the pass to the point to Patrice Bergeron. He centers to the other hash mark to David Krejci. Krejci passes the puck back to Bergeron to the point. He fires over a shot into a maze of Leaf players. And the game is tied at 4. Puck goes into the top left corner of the net. And for the second consecutive goal, the Leafs fail to box out a man in front of the net. And I think a lot had to do with that, which had a lot to do with that goal. It's 4-4. Like, what is going on? Leaf fans are just, and I referenced this in my first video. I touched base on it a little bit. Just shell-shocked. Bruin fans are going nuts. It's tied 4-4 going into overtime. The Bruins out shooting the Leafs 17-6. And then in overtime, the Bruins complete the comeback and win the game 5-4. Patrice Bergeron, again, another Patrice Bergeron scores his second goal of the night, his third of the series, which lands up being the game clincher. And the Bruins make an improbable comeback, win the game 5-4, eliminate the Leafs in 7. So Patrice Bergeron enters the Leaf zone, cycles the puck behind the net. He fires a shot on, he centers a pass down low to Nathan Thornton. He puts a shot on net. Reimer makes a save. Puck squirts out in the corner. Brad Marchand retrieves the puck, centers the pass in front of the net. Bergeron one times a shot on net. Reimer makes a pad save. There's a mad scramble in front of the net. Puck comes out to Bergeron's stick again. He buries it home. Sends the TD Garden into a ruckus. And the Bruins win the game 5-4 in overtime. This is no hyperbole. This is probably the worst collapse in Toronto Maple Leafs history. At least in the playoffs it is. I remember taking a cab home from my buddy's house that night. And I just told him make a beeline to my house. Because I was going to go celebrate at my local bar, but I told him to take a beeline to my house. Shots overall, 35-28. The face-offs, a huge disparity for the Leafs, and I'm pretty sure it caught up with them as the game went on. 43-18 for the Boston Bruins. They kept winning the offensive zone face-off after off. So I think the Leafs just wore down, and obviously it didn't help with Tyler Bozak being out of the lineup. So, yeah. Anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did producing it. If you're happening upon this video, click like, click the subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Leave a question. Leafs fans, Bruins fans, what are your thoughts about this game? I know it was like 9 years ago. What are your thoughts about this game? I'm very interested. I'm very intrigued to know. Were any of you at that game? So, let me know. And I will be posting another video in the foreseeable future. Until then, ta-ta. Bye.